And then when you wrap up the third piece, where I was exposed to this concept that we could build gyms, create content, deliver that content to the end user, bypassing cable, network, and all the other channels to build and own an independent, fully verticalized niche sports industry, if you would. That has been the driving, motivating factor over all these years.
That we get back to talking about this community, because I think that's one way, and that I think that's, if I'm not mistaken, it may be the tagline you use there. If you change the game, change the community.
I'm the game changer, the mover, the shaker. With every basket, I'm a community maker. I'm the game changer, the mover, the shaker. With every basket, I'm a community maker.
Great question. So, the No Backboard Basketball League, the vision of it is a new recreational basketball platform to provide opportunities for Black and brown individuals to actually own wealth creating assets in the sports space. I am your host, Mark T. Armstrong, the inventor of Basketball the Remix, the modern interpretation of the original game, and founder of the No Backboard Basketball League. The No Backboard Basketball League is purposed to be an alternative basketball development platform, alternative recreational basketball platform, and alternative basketball entertainment platform on the mission to make a positive impact on American basketball. To learn more about my why behind the No Backboard Basketball League, check out my book, No Backboard Basketball, Remixing Basketball as a Catalyst for Change. It's available on Amazon. Again, No Backboard Basketball, Remixing Basketball as a Catalyst for Change. It's available on Amazon. And join the community. We are in the process of about to launch a membership drive, and you want to be part of this to take advantage of the opportunity we're creating for individuals like yourself to be owners of not a league, not a team, but an entire sport and its supporting ecosystem. Check it out. You want to go to nobackboard.com, drop your email, you see the field for that, and join the community. And support our effort. Go to nobackboard.store, pick up some gear, pick up a shirt, pick up a hat, download some No Backboard Basketball music. Be one of the first in your area to demonstrate your support of No Backboard Basketball. Hey, we changed the game so we can change communities, and your support help us with that effort. All right. Well, we're celebrating the 20th anniversary of the very first No Backboard Basketball League game throughout the entire month of February, which is also Black History Month. And as a Black man who invented another sport verified by an American U.S. patent, I'm going to be celebrating both those accomplishments throughout the month of February. And part of the celebration is sharing intimate stories about the journey over the past 20 plus years from concept of the No Backboard Basketball League to where we are today on the verge of elevating this effort to a whole new level. So with that, we're picking up our journey of the No Backboard Basketball League where I left off at a Bible study where Pastor Willie Knowles had just spoke about there's industries inside us. There's industries inside us. And I shared with you that I grabbed it. I grabbed that inspiration and immediately I began researching all aspects of basketball and sports. And I've mentioned that there are three pivotal experiences that all happened around the same time, leading to the vision of the No Backboard Basketball League. And one of the three key experiences was reading Bill Gates' book, a book by Bill Gates, between 1997 and 1998 period. In 1995, Bill Gates wrote a book, The Road Ahead, which he co-authored with Nathan Myhrvold and Peter Reinerson of Microsoft. Now, this book predicted the impacts of the personal computing revolution and the emergence of the global information highway. That's what we called the internet back when I was a younger man, the World Wide Web, the internet superhighway. Many of those technological advances we have seen come to pass over the last 15 years was anticipated in that book. It foresaw the rise of the internet, the cell phone as evolving into the smartphone, and the growth of independent media. Gates spoke about the information democratization, where anyone could share content worldwide. He envisioned a world where content would bypass the traditional channels and go straight to the consumer over the internet. Now, when I read the book, much of it was beyond my understanding due to my limited tech exposure at that time. At that time, I had only taken programming in BASIC, and this was before the graphical interfaces became common. And I didn't own a personal computer, and I probably was just starting to use a personal computer at this time. This is before 2000s, at work. If I had a mobile phone, it certainly wasn't a smartphone, and it was far from the capabilities and capacities that the phones today have. So the book, The Road Ahead, introduced me to concepts that I really couldn't grasp, yet it still planted an ideal in my mind about a global internet business. So despite not fully understanding what I was reading in that book, The Road Ahead, at that time, by the time I drafted the first business plan, which was well over 100 pages, that reflected extensive research, the vision for a network of no backboard basketball facilities that could broadcast content directly from that facility to the end user, that was clear. Because I had envisioned this network of no backboard basketball gyms being able to broadcast directly to end users online. And at the time of the writing, again, I had no personal computer, I had no mobile phone, and nobody in my media peer group had a personal computer or a mobile phone as well. And I wasn't in the tech field, right? Yet I was able to outline a concept that wouldn't be feasible, in my estimation, to about 2017 due to the technological, let's say, readiness. So it was almost 2 decades from the moment I grasped this possibility and a period of time where all the technology, all the devices, and all of the user behaviors all aligned where that original concept was even feasible. So in many ways, the vision was prophetic when you consider social media sites like Facebook didn't launch to 2007. Smartphones didn't become prevalent to around 2011. And the smart TV didn't hit mainstream market penetration to about 2017. So by 2017, individuals with limited budgets could produce and distribute content globally right into people's living rooms, but that still wasn't a mainstream thing like it is today, right? If you fast forward to 2024 with the technology and the user the technology and the user behavior has evolved. Then you combine the influencer market, the creators economy, and content creators. And then for me personally, when you layer over NIL and what we're now able to do with young athletes, now the No Backboard Basketball League can set up in any space at a court and start broadcasting worldwide from just one facility. So I'm thrilled about where the No Backboard Basketball League is right now. Over 100 individuals have played a version of our sport with overwhelmingly positive feedback. We know the sport will make better basketball players. We know there's a need for this type of service in the marketplace. And we're thrilled because once we establish the first gym and start operating our content factory, we're going to disrupt the market. We're going to be market disruptors. So I'm excited about that. This journey has been a long and winding, and it's had its moments of inactivity. It's had its moments of false starts. Yet, when I've been reflective of late, I'm really inspired by the well-known poem, Footprints, right? The journey hasn't always been straightforward, but I've gained a lot of knowledge, which is required to be able to lead this transformative effort into the next 10 to 20 years. My experience spans techs, coaching at various levels, gym management, and leadership, including teams up to 30 people. Over 100 athletes have played a version of the sport that I've invented. So it's the seed from the road ahead has been nurturing my path, providing me with the insights to realize and execute the vision. Now, I know this might sound a little profound, but that's really how deep my personal journey goes with this. From a book I barely grasped, a seed of comprehensive sports, the seed for a comprehensive sports entertainment company was sown. And now we're witnessing the first signs of this seed sprouting, this bamboo shoot coming up out of the ground. And I'm excited about that. So that's where we'll wrap up today. We will wrap up with real quick recap. I met Willie Nas, a pioneer, the first black captain of the New York Knicks, a member of the first black all-starting five in the NBA. He became my benefactor. He introduced me to the concept of no backboard basketballs in a facility he had designed for volleyball, but he had these netball hoops up. As a volunteer in this facility, I got exposed to it, and as a college hooper myself, start playing. And after a summer of shooting the ball better than I ever shot in my life, I realized there was something there. Then when you combine it with receiving an inspiration from God and Bible study and believing that when it was declared this industry's in you, I grabbed that and took it as my own, just as I call it my Moses and burning bush moment. And then when you wrap up the third piece, where I was exposed to this concept that we could build gyms, create content, deliver that content to the end user, bypassing cable, network, and all the other channels to build and own an independent, fully verticalized niche sports industry, if you would. That has been the driving, motivating factor over all these years. That whole concept of the ability to launch and scale a fully vertical sport outside of the traditional the sports spaces has what's compelled me and kept me motivated all of this time. So we're going to wrap up there. We're going to close the episode out on that note. Make sure you stay tapped in. We're celebrating the 20th anniversary of the very first No Backboard Basketball event. And I'm going to continue to share insights from my journey, with the hopes that you appreciate the grind, the hustle, the vision, the faith, and you hop on the ship and join the journey as well, because we're creating opportunities for others to be owners, not of a team, not of a league, but an entire sport. Think about it. Be blessed. I'm Mark T. Armstrong. I'll see you at the top.
I'm the game changer, the mover, the shaker. With every basket, I'm a community maker. I'm the game changer, the mover, the shaker. With every basket, I'm a community maker.